What was the worst date you've ever been on? She wanted to see Twilight. We went to the movies and she talked at regular volume about pointless irrelevant dross during the film. The cinema was approximately 50% capacity. I suggested we leave and grab a beer so we can chat. No, she was comfortable and enjoying the movie. She even took a call on her phone. I left about 30 minutes into the film. Shoot movie, shoot date. I have yet to see the second half of the film or her again. Took a call in a movie. Instantly dump worthy. Even during Twilight. Still a better love story than Twilight. You didn't miss anything. She kept cancelling and rescheduling due to her dog's anxiety. I set up a date at a brewery that had an outdoor patio so she could bring the little dog and it wouldn't get anxiety from being alone. Throughout the date she talked to the dog, and when we talked, she mainly talked about him, the dog, and how everyone was thinking he was so cute and wants to pet him. Watching someone have a longer and more involved conversation with their dog than me while we were on a date was astonishing to me. Sounds like a story of a nutcase, but TBH, I have awkwardly focused on my dog when people I don't want to talk to are trying to converse. Makes me think of the girl that kept cancelling on me because of her cat. Once was because the cat supposedly ate chocolate and needed to go to the emergency room. Okay, that's possible. But then again a week later she claimed the cat jumped off the balcony of her third-story apartment and broke its back. I reminded her cats always land on their feet. She responded not always. I just let her go. She was a nutcase and needed excuses to not meet instead of telling the truth. I tried to reconnect with an old flame I hadn't seen in years and invited her to a party a co-worker of mine was having. She's now a single mother and hasn't gone out to a party in years and accepts my invitation readily. We go the party late because she decided it was imperative that she pre-game, despite my insistence this was a house party and not a kegger and that we weren't teenagers anymore. First thing she does is chug a beer, then slide her jeans down to expose her butt so that people could slap it. She goes hard and ends up throwing up and passing out around 8 p.m. The party started at 7. I'm cleaning up after her, embarrassed all to hell, when she wakes up and starts throwing up again, narrowly missing the trash can I had placed next to her. Eventually I get everything cleaned up, talk to her and decide it's better to just go back to my place and she can sleep it off in an actual bed. I put her in my car and go back for her purse. Upon my return I discover my entire car is covered with yet more vomit. I clean that up as best I can, oh god the smell, and take her back to my place and lay her down. End of the story. No, I wish it was. She decides she can't fall asleep because her clothes are cutting off her oxygen supply, so she strips down completely nude in front of me and then passes out. This was my tiny one-room studio so I couldn't go anywhere to give her privacy. I also only owned one blanket and at this point it was freezing. So I stay fully clothed and lay down next to her and try to get some sleep. About 15 minutes later she gets up and wanders to the other side of the studio, then just stands there. Again she is completely nude. I get up and ask her what's wrong, and as soon as the words are out of my mouth she pisses all over my floor like a dog. Of course the universe decides this is the day I should run out of cleaning supplies, so I make a, by now, midnight run to a 24-hour CVS, clean everything up, and then I can't sleep the rest of the night. Morning comes and I take her home, never spoke to her again. Heard she stopped drinking and got married though. In the middle of a coffee date, my date, a guy who I had met on OkCupid who attended the same college, decided to tell me in a jovial tone that he moved from Florida after he was formally accused of murdering his late boyfriend who had died in their apartment together. Being a little weirded out I decided to end the date, citing that I had some stuff to do at home. Then he wanted to walk me home. I played one of those "this is my block, gotta go," and dipped about 3 blocks away from my actual apartment. It wasn't that he brought it up, it's how he brought it up. It all made me very uneasy. Final contact came as a text from him: "Nice meeting you today. You could have warned me about those blue eyes though. Spooky fellow." This sounds like opening scene for new Scream movie. I went on a date with a guy I met via Badoo last year. Here are some highlights: you're a gamer girl, you're not fat, and you're as attractive as you are in your pictures. What's the catch? Mishia's support worker, a social worker, after asking what I do for a living, and proceeds into a tirade about how all social workers are government Nazis, who steal children from homes and place them into foster care, and says nothing more on the matter when I correct him when the date ended, after around 90 minutes longer than it should have been. Are you coming with me or not? He texted me the next day saying he had a lovely time, and that he wouldn't mind seeing me again. No. We are driving around looking for a place to grab lunch. I keep suggesting all these restaurants and he shoots all my ideas down. I jokingly suggest the Subway in Walmart. He's for it. Soon as we get our sandwiches, he says every night he dreams he's fighting demons, and he knows the dreams are real because he wakes up with bite marks. On the way home he asked if I wanted to hunt ghost with him. Please tell me you said yes, because I can't wait to hear about the hunt. I had been interested in this girl for ages and we had finally agreed to go on a date. I was really nervous, only 17, but it was a daytime movie date and we had been friends up to then, so hopefully nothing to worry about. Nevertheless, I was so fixated on this date that I didn't think to reschedule the dentist's appointment that morning, replete with multiple Novocaine injections into the right side of my face. The date consisted of woozily staggering around town, not able to sustain a conversation, muttering unintelligible rubbish with a numb face, absent-mindedly dribbling all food and drink out of the right side of my mouth, falling asleep in the cinema clinging to her hand like a toddler. 1 out of 10. However, we did see each other again, until she realized she was gay and then found Jesus. Not sure how related.